We're going to Cruise Pro first. And the reason I like y'all to use it's an agent universe. The reason I like to go to this one is just because you can see all the cruises that leave out this port at one time. You log into Agent Universe, and the first thing you're going to go to is Cruise Pro. It's right here on your right-hand side. When you get here, you can just, if you got somebody, name somebody, Natasha, what is your group cruise? Where are they going? Where are they wanting to leave from?
They probably report from either Galveston or New Orleans would be the closest.
Okay, what is the date you're trying? Do they have their dates narrowed down, or do you have to find that for them?
I think she said around July.
July what? Just the whole month of July is open?
Yeah, the whole month of July is open.
Okay, so we're looking, we're going to do this group cruise just because she has one right now. So just looking for this. We're going to put in July 1 through July 30th. We know that they're wanting to leave from New Orleans. New Orleans and Galveston. That's it. A lot of you guys like to put on here in Mexico. You want to put on Aruba. Linda, I know for your example, you needed Aruba. So if you got somebody that says, I want to cruise to Aruba only, I want to cruise to Aruba on my itinerary, then you can select and go to Aruba, right? Or select Western Caribbean or Southern Caribbean. You can do those if you got somebody like that. But most of the time you guys have somebody that says, oh, I got 2 weeks. I want to go between these 2 dates and I want to leave out of this place, right? So now we made it simple. And here's what's going to pop up for everything for that month. And that's why we use Cruise Pro, because it tells us. If you would have went to Carnival, you're only going to see Carnival. If you go to Royal Caribbean, you're only going to see Royal Caribbean. Do you know how many, are they looking at a budget, or they want to go 7 or 5 days, or what do they want to do? You know?
She said if I can get it anywhere under, she said if I can get it anywhere kind of under maybe $399 per person.
$399?
Yeah, per person.
Are they going 4 in a room or 2 in a room?
She didn't say.
See,
and with them, I'm pretty sure they taking kids with them. So I would probably say 4 to a room.
Kids still cost. I'm just going to put that out there. Kids still cost, no matter what you do. Royal Caribbean sometimes depends on, I'm going to mute you. Sometimes it depends on the size of the kid. For Royal Caribbean, they may do babies, or if they need a crib in their room, they may do a little bit of a discount. But kids cost the same as an adult ticket. With the budget that little, I would get more information. I would have never went to look up this without getting a little bit more information, right? And looking at these prices, they're not going to be able to go out of this port for $399. That's just, it is what it is. You might get somewhere in here and find, let me find the cheapest one on here. $640. I think it's per person though. So I just want to look up the info on this for. See this, July 12th, Carnival Triumph, and I know this is going probably to Cozumel or Yucatan Progreso, or both. I clicked info, that's all I did. So if y'all want to know how you get here, here's the itinerary for that cruise. And this is per person. So they're not going to get this for $399 nowhere coming out of Galveston or New Orleans. So my best thing for you to do is to tell them this, or to find something out of Orlando or Miami that's just to the Bahamas and back, like a 3-day. They might get it that cheap there, but they're not going to find something here that cheap.
Oh, okay. So, but you can do that.
Yeah, you could change a different port, but my biggest thing.
But then they're gonna have to. That's gonna be extra money added because they're gonna have to get a flight, right?
Right, or drive. So you can go through the motions on this, and you could pick one. Right, we can go through the motions. Let's just say we found one that's in their budget. Let's say that their budget $800.
Right.
Hey, cut it out, dude. we can find one and you can give them what you can give them. Because a lot of you guys stop and say, oh, that ain't gonna work with that budget. I can say, look, you need to up your budget or we need to change ports.
Your
So go
port.
out of this
Okay.
port, we can find you something for $644. Or go through the motions first. I'm gonna show you how to go through the motions, and you can say, I found this for this for 4 days. Tell them what you can get them, right? But nothing is cheap out of New Orleans. And you need to reiterate the fact on these cruises that you're not paying for food. You're not paying for food. You're not paying for anything but drinks. So $644 is still a decent trip to leave to a different country. So looking for the cheapest one on here, just for the just example. Let's say we found this $644. We have another page on here too. Let's go to this other page. They expensive too. $614. So I'm gonna click this $614. Go back to the previous page, and I'm gonna click this. Everything for $600 or a low 7. Here's one for $679, 5 days.
The price part at the top, it will put it in order from lowest to highest for you. I don't know if you
So yeah, I know they do, but I want to keep it like this for the sake of the date, and Carnival in Royal Caribbean is separate. So if you do this, we're going to compare these selections.
Okay.
So you can see here's the 3 that we chose. It gives you every demographic on here. Where it's going, where it's coming from, all that. The dates.
Even on Cruise Pro, can you also find out the deposits, or do you have to go to the actual supplier?
Yeah. So I'm comparing. So doing this comparison, you can book on Cruise Pro. You don't have to go and book on the site, on the vendor site. So if we chose this and we decided, look, we're going to choose this one for $614. It's 4 days. I wouldn't even do that. I would do this one because it's 2. You can go to Cozumel and Yucatan for, what is that? $50 more. So we're going to choose this one. We want the trip details. So if the person is asking anything that's on this cruise ship, the deck plans, you can look, see what everything offers, ship info. Some people want to know the year it was built. I'm telling you, you guys are going to run into some people that ask that question. How many rooms? It's all right here in the ship info. Ask you about the cruise line. Everything that you need to know about the cruise is right here in front of you. This highlighted is what we chose. So we're going to book it. Mind you, it's 2 people. I'm only doing this for 2 people. You can move your passengers here, up, kids up, all that. Come back and look on your own. I'm just doing this to record this for the team to watch. We can get into the logistics. We're going to go to Carnival in a minute for these questions here. Has the passenger cruise with Carnival before? If you have a group code already, all that. We can deal with that on Carnival in a second. I just keep the 2 right there, and we're going to continue. We're trying to make this simple. We're not trying to make this hard because some of y'all look at cruises like it's a headache, and it's really not. PSV, PEV, these rate codes here are usually the most that we're going to use. It still has the cozy winter sale out there. If you want to know what the code stands for, then click on it. This one right here is going to be a deposit is non-refundable. It's going to tell you every single thing about the rate code there because some of this is foreign to some of you guys. You're not in the Interline program. You're not part of Carnival. If they're past guests, again, we can look at that on Carnival. Military.
What's Interline?
If you work for it, if you work for them. A lot of that is if you work for them. Work for Carnival Cruise Line. And again, you could click on these. I think it's employment. Yep. So if you want to know what it is, click on it. If they're full-time or retired employees. Most of the time, if you want to compare some prices, we can do early saver, super saver. Like I think you can only do 3 at a time. We're gonna try 4. This cozy sale. Knowledge.
So if we get somebody that's in the military, and like when you first go on the on the website, I know it asks like interline, military, and then something else. When you click on military, is it gonna ask you for any information about them?
No, but they have to submit it within 24 to 48 hours after you book this for them to get their confirmation code. So they're going to have to submit their paperwork or their documents to Carnival. And like when you book, you get a confirmation code.
Mm-hmm.
You won't get that until they submit their paperwork.
Okay.
All right. So here is suites come up first. You can hide the selection if you want. We're not dealing with suites. Here's all of our rate codes that we selected. So you can go through here and see what, if you were looking at that. We're going down here to look at the cheap, most inexpensive thing. So 1A down here is still available. It's a small interior. You can click on this stuff for more details of this. And you can do more of this on your own time too. I wasn't going to spend a lot of time at each rate. But on here, you can go through here. It will tell you, I hate anything under a 4A because they're so small. If you get more than 2 people in the room, go 4A or above. If you taking notes, go 4A and above.
Click on the 4A. Oh, okay.
It ain't much more room, but it's more room than these small things. And remember, please be quiet. Y'all, it's so close to bedtime, and he's just this right here is not much bigger. However, you guys have got to, is word of mouth can hurt your business and help your business. So I wouldn't even price these down here. So looking at 4A on here, this rate code, PEB.
What is Charlotte doing?
She's watching.
She's watching.
You can call her later. So if you want to remember, if you didn't remember what that rate code does, it's here. It's just an early saver. So they're doing it. It's an early thing. You can look through those a little bit later. Okay, you'll be okay. So this 1058, I'm selecting it. So here's where y'all get, and then y'all be calling me like, what the hell is this? And how does this go? And what is this? And I'm confused and I give up. Okay, so here is the actual total, everything you need to know about this trip. It's $605.85 a person. It's $1211.70. There's nothing outside of this that's going to be owed. Nothing. The deposit due is right here, $150 a person. $300 is due in 2 days. If we book this right now, they have to pay in 2 days. The final payment due is May 22nd. How much am I getting paid, Valerie? I want to know how much my commission is. See this plus sign? Everybody, this plus sign is important. This plus sign is hidden, so just in case you have a customer in front of you, or if you want to screenshot this and send it to your customer, whatever, it's hidden. So they don't know what your business. This plus sign, you click on it, it will tell you what you're making off of this. You're going to make $131.20 off of commission. So when I tell y'all for basic information, just showing you this ring right here is a prime example. If you book 10 of these rooms, what's your commission? Cruises is where your money comes from. $131.20. Everybody knows I keep a calculator by my desk. $1,312 off of one booking. Times it by 27. So I'm saying, and when you start doing your cruises, this is where your money can come from. So that's your total commission on here off of this one room. Going further, here's this room, and here's your cabin that's available. That's still available. They'll be flashing, so you can pick a cabin. If you're doing balconies, for the ones that's taking notes, put them on an even room. Even room is port side. When we go to Carnival here in a minute, it will tell you that. Port side means when you pull up to a port, when you're leaving a port, you're always going to be docked on that side. So if you pull up at 6 o'clock in the morning to Cozumel, you're going to be able to see Cozumel. Like when you're on a cruise ship, if you've never taken a cruise, you're going to see water for a whole day, 2 days. When you see land, you're going to want to see what do they do when they go to work. Just seeing that. If they don't care, then go ahead and put them on the odd side. But even side is going to be the favorable side. interior, they don't get no view. The higher interiors you go with a porthole, then that's where it will make sense to put them on the even side. But right now, you could pick this room, you could pick this cabin if you wanted to. If we pick that room right there, this is what it will go to. This is where all the info comes in at. This is all the passenger info. This is birth in the cabin. Birthing means giving birth, putting name and the birth date on there. So this is where you would do that at. Do they want evening dining or for seating or late? I'm going to tell you, early dining right now is usually about 5:30. Late dining is 8:15 or 8:30. And they don't have to. You just pick your dining. They don't have to go each night. They can eat where they want to for you. We always chose early dining. They have shows at these dinings. They do little dancing and different programs. Your time dining is you can go anytime you want to.
Valerie. Valerie.
Yes.
How do we add gratuity? It's from Felicia. That's her question.
Okay, so let me tell you about gratuity. If they want to add gratuity is no longer you have to. Gratuity used to be you had to pay the $67 was recommended, you had to pay it. It's no longer as January 1st, you have to pay gratuity anymore. It's recommended that you pay it, you don't have to. Putting gratuity on Cruise Pro, I don't think that you can till after you birth them. I can show you on Carnival and Royal Caribbean where you add it, but you can't do it till you birth them on Cruise Pro, I believe.
Birth them?
After you put, did you miss the last 3 minutes?
No.
Birthing is a term that you use in cruising world. When you birth them, when you add their names and their birthday and you take their payment, you birth the cabin. You put their name on that cabin. See how I just chose that cabin just a minute ago?
Uh-huh.
I could choose that cabin and put their names on it and their birthday, all this demographic information. That's birthing the cabin.
Oh, so that's just putting the information in. Okay.
Yeah. Let me kick your ass. Okay, so back to dining. So when you look at this is where you choose their dining preferences. It's free. This is where they get their sit-down meals every single night, and they're at the same single table at the same restaurant every single night. They choose different foods every single night, but you can choose not to eat there. You could choose to eat somewhere else, but this is where their assigned seating is. Also, this is where you choose if they want a king bed or 2 twins. And if they're on a honeymoon or anything, you want to put that information on here. Continuing is to pay. So this is just simple. You're done booking this room. Done. Any more questions on Cruise Pro? Does someone want to go back to the beginning to see where you started this? Or are y'all good on Cruise Pro? Natasha? Natasha, are you good on this? I can't unmute you, I don't think. I don't know why it won't let me unmute you. Somebody give me a thumbs up. Can you still hear me? Okay. So everybody's good on Cruise Pro. So I'm not going to get any Cruise Pro questions on the page tomorrow because y'all too afraid or can't ask me right now. Toya, you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. It's really simple. Everybody knows how to get their commission now on here. Look at different stuff on here in basic search.
I'm raising my hand.
Oh, go ahead, baby.
So just so we clear, the deposit in Cruise Pro, you have to like go through the motions to get the deposits, right?
Yeah, you have to go through the motion to see this, just like you have to on Go CCL.
Okay.
The deposit is not, you can't change them. They just went through the little thing where it's half off. You can go through all the rate codes if you want to go back and look at different things. It might change for the rate code that you use, but this is where you see it at all right here. Got it?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Who else is still on? Everybody's still on here? Okay, cool. That's good, man. Okay, going on here. Anybody can have a 5-year-old at any time they want to. Doing an individual booking is here. You can do a group booking the same way. I just gave y'all the example of calling in, making it easier for y'all in the beginning till you learn, till you get a few underneath your ropes, not to mess it up. We can search the same dates that we just did, just so you can't see if there's a difference. Okay, so on here, it's going to make you choose a ship or a destination. So on Carnival, it's a little bit different. You could choose all your destination on here. Or if you know you're going out of New Orleans, once you figure it out, or you can go look at Cruise Pro again. We know that Dream is out of there. We don't want Dream is more expensive. It's your 6 to 9 days. Let's go to Triumph. And you'll learn these different things, or you can do your departures out of New Orleans. This is for Natasha, unless one of y'all got a different booking you need to do. I'm only putting travelers on here, and I need to make this example.
My feet rest.
Okay. I had to mute so you can't hear me cussing the sun out. So this number of travelers, this is for travelers. I think a few of you guys had got it confused thinking this is the number of room cabins on here. So a few of you guys have put 4 and then you quoted somebody it was $200 and it wasn't. It was for just that room. So this is for one cabin. Remember, we came in to do an individual booking. So we're doing 2 people. This is where it shows different. So if you got somebody that just went on a cruise, they're going to get all these deals if they book right now, right? So if they book another trip right now, or if they got these deals, you'll be able to pull these deals up. I don't even know my number. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to this page in a second to show you this VIFP club. I gotta find my number. Where's your cruise card, Chante? Go give me your cruise card. What was that cruise we chose? This one. 604. So on Carnival, you can see where they're cruising to on here if you put the destination. So this one's saying Cozumel only. Sunday at sea. For a few more dollars more, it's going to Yucatan, Progreso, and Cozumel. So this is the one we just did, I think. Cozumel Plus, you can click on it. It takes you to a whole nother thing. I'm not watching this YouTube video. Really what it's going to tell you in a nutshell is you get more time in Cozumel. It's just saying that it's docked there longer. There's more stuff to do. They have horseback riding. They have all this extra stuff to do in Cozumel. So that's really what it's telling you. Yeah, it's only going to let you compare 3 prices on here at one time. This is the cheapest one. If you compare these 3 prices, I'm going to show you right now. And I'll come back. If I compare these 3 prices, it's going to take me to a screen that compares all these prices. So we want this 4A, because remember I told you these 2 down here are so cheap and not enough room. The cheapest one comes out to be this one. So we want the PEB. I want you to go back. I don't want you to go further in here from this screen. I want you to go back to the previous step. We know we want PEB, and the reason I say that is because you can't get a quick quote, and that's what I want y'all to have is a quick quote, because that's where it's just gonna make it easy for you. So we found PEB for $449 or whatever it was. So we're going to get PEB, and we want to select PEB, right? So for the 4A that we looked at, we want this quick quote. You wouldn't been able to get this if you compared all 3 and stayed on that screen. This quick quote is the screen that you always want, and this is where you can add your gratuities. So here's what the price is. Is this the same price that we got before, $1211.70? I don't remember. Felicia, for your question before, here's where you can add your gratuities. If we add gratuities, you should add like 67 or 64. Yeah, $64 a person.
Okay, I knew on here. I just didn't know with the Cruise Pro.
On Cruise Pro, I think you have to put their names in. It's on the next screen.
Okay. Got it.
They also can add their gratuities after every single booking. You want them to go add their own profile on Carnival. If they add, son, be quiet now for real. Be quiet. If they add a profile on Carnival, they will be able to see every single thing. They will be able to do their excursions. They'll be able to add gratuities. They'll be able to add their Wi-Fi plan. All the questions they ask you, you want them to add a package. Always tell them, if you want to ever cruise again and you get these deals, come through me. I'll be able to get those deals for you too. Plus whatever, you know. A lot of people see those deals and think that they can't get half off. And I'm going to show you how you can do that in a minute. So gratuities is added on here. If you want to see how much you're getting paid off of this, click the agent view. So now it will show you what your commission is. Your commission is right here. So you're getting the same thing, $131.20 off this cruise. And this is the cheap room. So imagine what your commission is if you do a balcony or a suite. We're going to change back to guest view, and I'm going to show you, you can add an email right here. You can print this page or add an email, and this will send this quick quote to your customer. So Natasha, you can do it this way too. It will show them that it's due in 2 days if they book tonight, and their final payment is due May 22nd. Everybody get that? You can add vacation protection. I wouldn't personally start adding vacation protection if they go till they start going to like August, September, October, November, just because everybody's so afraid of hurricane season. Hurricane season actually starts in June 1st, and it goes all the way to November 1st. We know we had some 2016. We had some hurricane action like November 6th. It's just how it falls. You know, we never know. We're booking this. We're going to save and continue. They're going to try to upgrade you. You can go to an ocean view for $12 more a person a day. You can ask them this. If they want to spend $12 extra to get an ocean view and have the bay window, then, you know, these are things that breaks it down for you. Right now, we're going to say no, thank you. So here's your rooms. You see this starboard? That's the water side. Port, that's going to be your port side when you get to ports. It wouldn't really matter for interior room. It's just telling you where it is on the ship. So if you want to see these rooms and what they look like, you can click on the number. This will come up and show you what the room looks like. This always takes forever. So this is what the room looks like. Details on the room, the amenities. Here's your floor plan. You enter through the door. There's all closet space, bathroom, shower. This is what your interior room looks like. You can screenshot this and all that too, send it to your people, whatever.
Can you get one bed or do you have to get two?
Yeah, you'll be able to get a king or it's 2 twins.
Okay.
And let's just say that somebody decides they want a king and then they book it and they want twin. When they start their profile on Carnival, they'll be able to switch it to 2 twin beds or 1 king if they want it. Whatever. You pick your room. We're going to select this room. And voila, here you go. You're going to birth these rooms. It is like imperative that once you book this, and here's your gratuities again. You want to add your gratuities. They make it easy on the site. You can do your dining if somebody else booked and they want to sit by that couple or sit by that room, you just add that on here. They can also do it on their thing. I'm going to show you if I can add it. Log in real quick. I don't know. Let me see if it'll save my logins. Travel agents too. If you book yourself a cruise, you need to go start you a Carnival account too. On the website, it'll create you a countdown thing to your next cruise and all that. Come on and log in. This is my login. Are you gonna log in for me? No. Today? Maybe not. Let's see if it's gonna let me do it.
Val,
What?
I thought they was down for maintenance.
No, it's at 1 a.m., ain't it?
I forgot what time. I just know they're supposed to be
Rashana,
down.
Rashana, it's 1 to 1:30 a.m., ain't it?
No, it was yeah,
Yeah.
that's when it was.
Yes,
Eastern Standard Time.
yeah, it's early morning. So
Oh, okay.
if we can't, I'll try to log in and put screenshots on here on
I
when I.
just had posted it just in case anybody was gonna book a cruise or something or be fooling around on Carnival around that time that it was gonna be down.
Well, they might have started early.
Probably.
I'm gonna start over and booking this. We know this is as far as you can get till you get their info. Everybody good with this? Now, if you got a customer that has already been before and they say, "Hey, I got this thing in the mail," or "I was emailed this confirmation," Little Sean, can you go give me your cruise card, please?
No, because I don't know where it is.
I'm gonna act like you just didn't tell me no. Come on. We're gonna go back to July. Okay, we're gonna go back to Travel today. All right, we're doing Missouri. Oh, pop! I don't even need you, Little Sean. Look up. So this VIFP club membership is my numbers. It's gonna be on your card or it's gonna be on your login. Whoa. So it comes up my name. So I can view special offers or just look up. So if I was your customer and I said, "Hey, I got 50% off my next deposit, can you book this for me?" Yes, you can. So this was a good question somebody asked the other day. You can do it, and this is where you do it. You just put the number in right here. And it's easier if they have one on Royal Caribbean or anywhere to do it from the site because it just makes everything so simple. You can do it on Cruise Pro, but it's just easier to do it on the site. So when I search this, it's going to come up with some details. Um, when were we going? This, I think this one. Today. So here's some extra codes that weren't there before. It should be. Okay, so here's an exclusive VIFP club member rates. And this is also, see, it's cheaper than any other code that was here before. If y'all notice, there was nothing for $400. And this is where you can call your customers bluff. They might say, "Oh, I can get it for $200." No, ma'am. This is all that's offered. So this is what they would see if they would book it on their own too, right? So this offer will tell you what it offers. It's only to FIVFP members, and it's, let me see if there's anything extra special. No, they can book, they can upgrade. So we're gonna compare, we're gonna look at this and see if it's any different than anywhere else. So on your guys' groups, when you get ready to do this person, then you'll be able to give deals to just that person in the group. So it's $100 cheaper, right? Because it was what, 12 or was it 13? It was 13, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So it's $200 cheaper a person, just for her having her ID on here. So it made it cheaper for her. Your who is that? I hear somebody's TV. Your commission for this person is also going to be cheaper because the price is cheaper. So you're going to make $16 less than what you were supposed to make. So this is just, it is what it is. So this is where you're able to put in people's different coupons that they have. So did I confuse anybody, or is everybody good?
Yeah, we good.
Questions? Is there stuff in the chat box? Because I didn't look. Is there something in the chat box? Somebody can tell me or read it off to me. Now y'all have throughout the whole week, I can probably get a page of questions that y'all have, and either I answer them or you don't want to ask again. Don't everybody speak at one time now. So if you guys have a cruise to book, are you more comfortable booking this cruise?
I am now.
Carmel says she can't hear nothing.
She has to add her device in through audio on her device. She's got to fix
Yeah, I
her
told her
phone.
audio.
If she has a question or somebody has a question, I don't know why it's not logging me in. It might be because it's down for maintenance. Linda, you might be right. Does anybody need to see any of this again? Let me stop this share so I can see y'all.
No, I'm good.
Okay. So cruises is just that simple. Your groups, if you need help with groups, then just reach out. We can get you the numbers. Remember, when you call in for Carnival or any cruise line is different from the regular phone line. That's how they're going to ask you. They're going to ask you what your agency phone number is. And that's how you do that.
Question. Just
Okay.
sorry, I'm giving my kid a bath. For like, you know how you told me when I came in, you was like the best practice is to get, you search something for yourself that you want to go on as far as like hotels and stuff like that. So does that work the same with cruises? Like if I want to go on, you know what I'm saying? Like I post the quote or whatever, can I do the same way with cruises, or do I have to have like a specific target, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's really going to change for all of y'all, because some of us, like Latoya is closest to Galveston, so she's always going to try to post a trip about something from Galveston, because it's not going to cost her people around her any extra money, because they could drive straight to that port, right? So for us, the closest thing for us to do is to drive straight to New Orleans, even though it's 7 hours. It's the easiest thing for a trip, or to go to Galveston. It's 10 hours. So, for Fresh and all them, it's easier for them to go to Orlando or Tampa. You got to fix it for your market. If you got a whole bunch of college students that want to go to Miami, then let's look at Miami for those dates. And people are shopping. So I don't want y'all to get on here hype about doing a cruise, which is cool. Be hype about it, because that's my thing. If you feel like cruises are not your thing, then let's go look at these cabins coming up for Memorial Day. Y'all use these holidays for your travel. However, if you're going to market cruises, cool. Find what works in your market. So a lot of y'all are younger than us. So y'all hitting these spring break up like it's nobody business. Use it to your advantage. what I'm saying? A lot of y'all forget Memphis in May is coming up, and half of y'all are within hours of Memphis. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not taking away from cruises. I'm just saying if you're looking for something in your market, let's do that. Right?
Okay.
If you still have a problem with cruises and you don't understand, I really would like you, especially because it's recorded. So a lot of people are probably gonna watch this later and say, damn, how do you do this? Or might have missed something. If you are not 100% on cruises, I want to get you 100% right now. So if you're not comfortable doing cruises, shoot your questions. If you got a question right now about your market, about finding your niche, anything, let's get that done right now.
So, Val, will it be better for them to book their own flight for us to cruise, or do we have to call Carnival to get the price?
No, and see, they have market prices on your flights too. So a lot of people want all that in the deposit. So if they need that included in their deposit, go ahead by all means and add the flight. I don't ever add my flight with it. I tell them what the price is, and I really don't give them an ultimatum. I really just tell them, hey, the flight is going to be this, or y'all going to be driving.
Okay.
And then you can go through upselling that. And I'm going to reiterate the fact on upselling. I'll put that video out there, get y'all to tag y'all people in it. I might try to get Globus done this week too. A few other things that's going to help y'all with upselling out this week. But as far as cruises, you can add that on there or have the agent that you talk to. Again, if you don't want to book the cruise by yourself, you can call in to do individuals too. You don't have to call in just to do groups. I just feel like you have enough training here with us and the leaders that you guys can get through your cruises here too. I lost somebody else.
That's Carmel. She finna come back in because she still can't hear.
Okay. So questions, anything regarding travel, if you're good on cruises, anything regarding travel, since we're all here, do you have questions on? Nope. Toya, you don't got questions. Linda, I stopped myself. You're good.
Yeah.
Linda,
I'm good.
go sign 2 more people in.
Okay.
Swanks, I'm not even gonna even try you tonight. I'm not even.
What? What you talking
Nothing.
about?
Nothing.
Okay,
Carmel, can you hear now? The Anthony Brown. Who signed him? You knew? Is D'Anthony new?
I did.
Okay, I knew you was gonna come through. So D'Anthony, I don't want it to be heavy for you either. So get with Natasha. You guys can make this work. And Natasha, once you get your people together, I'm gonna stop this recording too. Since we're done with cruise, I'm gonna stop this recording.